For lesson 16, we're going to talk about rounding whole numbers and estimating. So when we round a whole number, we are finding another whole number, usually ending in 0, that is close to the number we are rounding. Hopefully we have some experience with rounding, so this is not new. So example 1 says round 6,789 to the nearest thousand. So I'm going to find my thousand spot. I'm going to underline it. Okay? I can either underline it, make some sort of mark so I know that that is my thousand spot. That's the number I'm going to round to. Now, to figure out how I'm going to round that, I need to look at my next number, which is a 7. Okay? When we're rounding, if the next number is 4 or less, we're going to keep that number we're rounding the same. Okay, so if this is a 7, which isn't 4 or less, but if it was, we would leave this a 6. Because it's 5 or greater, we're going to end up rounding the 6 up to a 7. And then since there's 3 numbers after it, I'm just going to put 3 zeros. We're just going to fill the rest in with zeros. We have to have those to hold the place there. Okay? We get rid of all those other numbers. If you look at example 2, it says round 550 to the nearest 100. So I underline my 100 spot, because that's where I'm rounding to, and I look at that next number. Once again, if it was 4 or less, I'd leave that at 5, but in this case, it's 5, which is 5 or more. I'm going to round that 5 up to a 6, so make it go up one more number. I'm going to put zeros in for the other 2 place values that I have. So my answer would be 600. So example 3 says estimate the sum of 467 and 312. Couple ways I could estimate this. I could either round to the nearest 100 or to the nearest 10. In this case, I'm going to round to the nearest 100 because hundreds are easy to work with. Okay? So, I'm going to underline my 100 spot and I'm going to draw an arrow to the next number. Okay? For this first one, I have 400, okay? And then I have a 6 after. So the 6 is 5 or greater, so that 4 is going to change to a 5. I'm going to fill in the other 2 place values with 0. The next number, I have a 3 is my hundreds. My next number is a 1, which is 4 or less. So I'm going to keep that at 3 and fill my place values in with 0. If I add that up, I get 800. If I did do tens, I'd be looking at these numbers. Okay? If I did tens, this 4 would come down with it. Now the 6, keep it the same or go up. Well, I look at the 7, it's 5 or more, so the 6 is going to turn to a 7, and then I fill it with zeros. Okay? For the next number, I need to keep that 3, then I have a 1 with the 2 after it. 2 is 5 or 4 or less, so I'm going to keep that 1 the same, add a 0. I get 780. If you look, those 2 numbers are pretty close. We can do it either way. Example 4 says Stephanie stopped at the store to pick up a few items she needs. She has a $10 bill and a couple of quarters. She needs to buy milk for $2.29, her favorite cereal for $4.78, and orange juice for $2.42. Does Stephanie have enough money to buy what she needs? Now, rather than just adding all those goofy numbers up, we're going to round, and we could round it to like 50 cents if we wanted to. We could even round things to quarters. In this case, let's look at some of this. I see the milk is $2.29. That's about $2.25. We're just going to say it's, we're going to say it's $2.25. I could say $2.50 just to round up a little bit. It's always better to round up, but it's real close to $2.25. And I'm going to round up on my other numbers more than likely. So now we'll look at $4.78. That's close to $4.75. Once again, I rounded down, but we'll probably make up for it later. Okay? Now I have orange juice for $2.42. I'm gonna round that up to $2.50, and that kind of makes up for where I rounded down before. If I add these up, I get $9.50. I know I'm gonna have enough money for those items. Example 5 says, according to this graph, about how many more people live in Ashland in 2000 than in 1980. Well, in 2000, there's about 7,000 people. In 1980, there's about 4,000 people. If I subtract, I get about 3,000 people. So there's about 3,000 more people in 2000 than in 1980. Go ahead and do a practice set. I put the graph that you need down here. If you need to flip back in the video to look at a bigger picture of it, go ahead. Another long practice set, but go ahead and do all the problems. Sure, if you have any questions, you bring them to class.